Hello, my name is Aaron, and this is a series where I take a quick look at one of the board games in my collection and give my thoughts about it. I'll talk about my likes and dislikes, as well as if I think the game is going to stay in my collection. Today, we're looking at the party game, Dixit. Now, as always, these videos are not meant to be a comprehensive review of the game, so if you are interested in the game that is being featured, be sure to check out the links in the description for more in-depth information. Let's go ahead and have a brief overview of the components, and then we'll jump right into what I like about the game. So, what do I like about this game? Well, we have to start with the art. The art is simply beautiful. As I'm sure you could see from the overview, this game is just full of amazing artwork, and I just really love how each card is unique. It shows multiple different things, and some are almost optical illusions, and almost every time I play this, I spot something on a card that I hadn't seen before. And it's great that the game has been so popular because that means that there's expansions, and each expansion adds more cards. They've had different artists come in and put their own spin on things, and that lends itself to a very unique atmosphere. You have everything from dark and almost creepy looking cards to really bright and cheerful and just imaginative cards. And that, for me, is just a really great thing to have in a game. And if there was a museum that just had pictures of cards from this game, I would want to go there now. Of course, great art doesn't really mean anything if the game itself isn't any good. And fortunately, in this case, the game is also fantastic. If you recall from my Apples to Apples video, Dixit is essentially the game that destroyed Apples to Apples for me. And it's incredibly versatile. It's not a complicated game to pick up, and anyone can play it, and I just really love the simplicity of it. And even for people who don't really like games, it can just be a fun activity just to sit down there, and no one really cares who wins or loses because you're just having a good time and looking at these beautiful cards. And I really do like this game. So, is there anything I dislike about it? Well, let's see. Well, sometimes it can be hard to think of what I dislike about a game. And in this instance, it's not really anything about the game itself. It's just the fact that it caps out at 6 players. Granted, you could easily house rule a few things and play with more, but on its own, it can only go to 6 players. And as a party game, usually you want party games to have as many people as possible. There is an expansion that made it go up to 12 players. Unfortunately, it's out of print and really hard to come by these days, so that's not really an option, which leaves the only option really just house rules, like I mentioned, which isn't a huge problem. It's just a thing to mention, but I really can't think of anything that I dislike about this game. I just really like it that much. Let's go on to my final thoughts. Well, it's no surprise here that Dixit is staying in my collection. I really do love the artwork, and I love the simple gameplay that's still subtle enough to provide an enjoyable gaming experience, but also still simple enough that anyone can play. And those are my thoughts on Dixit. Let me know yours in the comments, and also let me know if there's a game behind me that you'd like me to take a look at in a future video. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again in another video. Take care.